Home and away spoilers. Harper and Tane learn the sex of their unborn baby. Just before Home and Away took its festive break, Tane arrived home to find Perri's dad Carl unconscious in the pool, as Perri sat trembling in the corner. Perri revealed that Carl had turned up at their Saxon Avenue house and thrust him underwater when Perri refused to leave with him. And in the tussle, Carl hit his head and died. Perri now faces a murder charge after Rose learned that the autopsy report showed water in Carl's lungs, suggesting that he drowned and that Perri may have been lying about the events of his father's death. Next week, Perri is trying to decide what to do about his father's body, as he tells Tane that despite his dad having treated him badly, he was still his dad. Meanwhile, Tane and Harper set out to explore Perri's old neighborhood to see if anyone can corroborate his story of his father's years of abuse. They managed to track down a couple of people who knew him, but all refused to talk. Perri insists there were plenty of people who knew about Carl's abuse, and if they'd said something then things could be very different. While they may not have managed to find anyone to give evidence, Tane and Harper did manage to track down a box of Carl's belongings with one of his neighbors. As Perri builds up the courage to open it, it's revealed it has a load of his old childhood memories in it: drawings, his old basketball, and a photo of his mum holding him as a baby. The revelation makes Perri conflicted about his dad's death and legacy as he realizes his dad kept all the old keepsakes. "I can't believe he kept it after all these years," Perri tells Tane. "You know, maybe he did love me once. I think I know what to do with Dad's body," he continues. "I can't just leave it with strangers. I need to do what's right. I need to lay him to rest." While Perri may be Tane's main concern, Harper is distracted by her impending baby scan. It was organized ages ago. But Harper doesn't want to remind Tane as he's been so busy with Perri. Dana encourages her to do so. It's an important one, as they're about to find out if they're having a boy or a girl. The next morning, Harper turns up at Tane and Perri's place to find Perri in a much better mood, as he tells her that he and Tane are going to make arrangements for his father's funeral. Tane asks Harper for her help, and she reluctantly agrees, once again refraining from mentioning the scan. Harper heads into the corridor to call Dana and tell her that it'll just be the two of them heading to the hospital, but Tane overhears, and is shocked that Harper didn't remind him. Before assuring her that he's coming, he doesn't want to miss any of it. On their way to Northern District's hospital, they make a detour past the surf club, where Harper finds Dana and explains to her that she'd rather the scan just be her and Tane. It's an important thing for them to share together, she explains, leaving Dana hurt. Dana is forced to endure an anxious wait at Salt, eager to know whether she's going to be an auntie or an uncle, with Xander having to cut off her coffee orders to calm her nerves. Yet after the scan, Harper and Tane head straight back to Saxon Avenue, clutching the envelope which reveals the sex of their baby. They haven't yet opened it, and they're in the midst of a debate as to whether to give it to Dana for her to organize a gender reveal party, or just look at it themselves. After agreeing to keep it to themselves, they decide to take a look. It's a boy. As if it wasn't bad enough that Dana missed the scan, Harper then tells her sister that they're keeping the news of the baby's sex to themselves, leaving her devastated. "It's always been me and Harper. Now I've been kicked off the team," Dana tells Xander. However, she's got a plan. She's going to head to the hospital and take a look at her records, and find out the sex of the baby for herself.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.